Hey everybody, I'm back now. Thank you for joining Marty in the Mystery Box. So we're going to continue. So we're actually on chapter 4. Let's continue with chapter 4. As Marty lay awake in his bed, staring at the mysterious box at the foot of the bed, the glow was different this time, and an eerie red light spilled into the room, casting strange shadows and shapes and internal forces in the air. Some were angelic, calm, and serene. Others were twisted and demonic. The box was not silent, it was judging and weighing decisions. Martin's thoughts raced through his head. He thought of Mark and his greedy boss, Angela and her secrets, Frank's death, and Mike's warning about what happened. Why had the box chosen me? Why had it appeared in my life, and why now? I questioned myself as I yawned, leaving my body restless and unsettled. Marty could not sleep. It was 3:30 in the morning. I was restless and desperate. I rose for the bath, draped the box in a towel, and carried it with me to the bathroom. Kept looking at it, kept looking at it. Quietly, I locked the door behind me. As I looked at it through the mirror, I noticed it looking back at me like a different subject in the mirror, so it scared me and I happened to start getting panic attacks. So, as usual, I wrapped up the box in the towel, opened the bathroom door, and proceeded to say, "This is strange." And I went to my apartment door, opened the door, and left the apartment without waking up my wife Rose, and the dogs. By 4 a.m., I found myself in a coffee shop. The box is sitting at the side, just sitting there. I felt a sharp contrast of chaos in my life. My mind was slipping away. I was sipping on my coffee, and I ordered another coffee. And then I looked at the box and I noticed the book still in my car. So I left the restaurant, went to the car, got the book, opened the door, and proceeded to go back into the restaurant and sat down again. So now I have the book and the box together. So nothing happened. So I opened the book of the gods. My eyes caught a passage that chilled me, just chilled me straight into side. I could feel a shock down my spine. On page 8, it said, "To destroy the box is not to the end it, but it invites chaos and destruction, and forbidden sakes, do not ever lie to this box or destroy it." The words felt heavy and echoing my thoughts. It spoke of consequences beyond mortal comprehension, heaven and hell entwined in no way a man could ever understand or think about it. The box was not a simple object, it was a test, a curse, a judgment to all what was on earth. Okay, so that was that. So, as usual, more people are getting laid off in Canada. And I was thinking about something to talk about today. I really was. I'm going to close the door because it's late at night and everybody's sleeping. So, I was thinking about something what I could talk about, you guys, with everybody being laid off and everybody upset and everything like that. And I was thinking, I want to help everybody else out. Okay, if you get laid off, it really sucks. And okay, so wow, I came up with this thing, what I think is really good. It's going to be the 12 stages of being laid off. Okay. And I think this will work for everybody. And if you really think about it, if you have to be honest with you, when I wrote this out and what I'm telling you now, I hope it helps you if you are one of the ones who got laid off. Jobs are not certain anymore. It's not like the 80s. You could have a job for 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, 10 years, 14 years, and be gone. So I came up with this. So let's talk about the initial. So you're sitting there working. Foreman comes up to you and says, "Hey, can I see you in the office?" And you're thinking to yourself, "You never want to fucking see me. Why?" So then you go, "Okay." So you have this eerie feeling. So then you walk to the foreman, and then suddenly HR is there, they ask you to sit down and they said, sorry, we gotta terminate you or lay you off. So the first stage of the grief, it's gonna be a shock to your system. So you're like, fuck. So now you're in shock. They tell you all the bullshit, whatever lie or whatever. The subject just announces you're not gonna work there anymore. So this meeting wraps up in say 5, 6 minutes, and you're like, well, no, you can't. And then they say grab your tools or leave your tools, you're escorted out. That's fine. So you get to your car, you load up all your tools, or the next day you do. The second stages of this is you're feeling sad now. So you're saying to yourself, fuck, feel sad, right? And you're feeling sad because you're loading up your tools, or you just feel sad, right? And then so you start up your car, you get your tools in there, you're driving home. Third stage, now you're scared. So you already been shocked, you already feel sad, now you're scared. Now, there's three reasons. First reason you're scared is because you're like, I need money, just like everybody else. And we'll give them our Carney to salute. But anyways, besides that, you feel scared. You're thinking, okay, they still owe me a couple of checks or something like that. But you're still scared because what are you scared of the most? Not that you lost your job. Get that out of your head. Not that you can't find another job. You're scared to tell your family. You're scared to tell your wife, I lost my job, hon. What are we going to do? And, a good wife is usually behind you. But remember, when you come home and you tell your wife or your family, you feel sad. And I understand that. And, it started marital problems. Where's the money coming from? What's going to happen? Everybody's sad. It upsets the whole household. And that really pisses me off because the people who own these big companies, they don't think of that. And I'm sorry, but if I owned a big company, I would think of that. I know it's wrong to say that because when you let a person go, you're not just letting the person go because um, usually, okay, if they're a shitty worker, okay, yes, but everybody deserves chances because it's not just letting them go. They got family, they got kids, they got everything, right? And companies don't think about that. So some companies might, but most of the companies don't. So we already covered shock, feeling sad, feeling scared. So now you told your wife you're sitting at home, you're sitting there, and now you're playing it all over in your head. So now your disbelief, you can't believe this all happened to you like like that. You look at the clock, you go, wow, it's only been an hour. So disbelief, replaying it in your head. So you're playing the whole scenario, what happened in your head. And you're like, could I have done anything better? Could I have done anything better? Could I have said something better? Don't play the scenario in your head. We only can control so much in life. And what we control is what we do after we get the news. We control going to work, but we can't control what people think or what they might say. And you're going to waste time worrying about what people are saying about you or what they control about you. So if you try to control everybody, it won't work. Keep, not really keep to yourself, but how would you say it? Control things what are only possibilities you can control. Okay, so now you get to your next stage, would be number 5. You're angry. You're angry with your company. You're like, fuck, been there 14 years or 12 years or 10 years or even 1 year or even 6 months. And you're angry because you're thinking, why me? Fucking Billie Jean fucking works shittier than me, or Chris, he can't fucking weld, or or Tom, he can't even package a box. Why did they pick on me? This is your anger stage, your regret stage, and you're thinking of every scenario. Why me? Why me? Why me? Okay, let's go down this rabbit hole. Think like that all night. What's it gonna get you? Nothing. It's gonna get you more upset. And then you're going to go to your wife and say, why me, hon? You're gonna get her upset. So going down that rabbit hole is not a good idea. And I'm not saying everybody does it, Just people handle pain a bit differently. Okay, so then you start, a couple hours go by, you grab a beer, you drink it, no sarcasm comes in. Ah, fuck them. Fucking Foreman's an idiot. I don't care. Fuck them. Because now you had a couple of drinks. You're like, fuck them. Fucking cocksuckers. I hated them anyways. Because you had a couple of drinks in you. You got energy now. And it's not really hurting because the alcohol is trying to soothe you down. And then sarcasm kicks in, which is fun. When you say, "Oh fuck them," "Oh fucking Paul, suck my cock," whatever, you're getting sarcasm out of your system. So this is a matter of 3 hours. So you're saying, you know what, fuck them, I'll look for another job. So immediately you tell your wife, give her a hug, I'm gonna look for another job. So you go online, you go on, what are they now? Job Bank, I don't know, a couple other job sites, I guess. And you say, I am going to look for another job. Fuck it. I'm glad I'm out of there. It did the best thing for me. Because now you're sarcastic. So while you look for another job, you notice there's not many jobs out there, or there is jobs out there, but they're very high level. And lots of people have applied to them. So next thing you do, you say, what do you think it is? What everybody else would do. You turn to God. God, why me? Can you help me with this? Can you help me find another job? Can you help me for support my family? Can you help me do this? Can you help me do that? That goes on one of my other videos. Why do we turn to God when we only need something? Hey, I'm bad for it. And sometimes I just pray every night and sometimes I don't. And when something bad happens in my life or unexpected and I pray to him, I feel like an asshole because I know God accepts us for who we are, but it feels like, why do we pray to Him only when something goes bad in our life or something? So sometimes I just pray to Him, even though everything's going great in our life. And I want to touch base on that. Every morning, I want you to feel grateful for 3 or 4 things, just even small things before you get out of bed. Because our subconscious is alive. Right when we wake up, don't go on your phone, don't go on nothing. Your subconscious is alive for 7 minutes. It's been proven. So when you get up in the morning, don't move from your bed. Say what you want your day to be planned like. Say, wake up and say, I want to have a good day. I want to have this. I want to have that. I'm not playing the secret bullshit like the book. I'm just saying 7 minutes, our unconscious mind reprograms our brain. So try it, see how you like it. You can always post me on martyinthemysterybox@gmail.com and say you're full of shit or no, it's working. Anyways, let's get back to this. So we already turned to God. We said, Lord, can you help me, please? And then you go to bed. Next day, you go on the computer again. You're high spirited. Get your coffee. So back on the computer. And then you look up job bank and stuff, and you notice no one's phoned you or no one's emailed you. So then you're going to be feeling useless. Number 10, you're feeling like, why? Why can't I get another job? Right? That's your useless stage where you're always doubting yourself. Why? What's wrong with me? Why can't I get another job? Why can't I support my family? And then, believe it or not, after that stage, the truth comes in. You sit back, no one around, you go, I have no job. I was here, whatever, 14, 10 years, 11, 6 months, whatever. You go, you play it in your head, and you go, uh-huh, that's what happened, right? And then you play it in your head and say, because this is the truth now. I hated going to that place anyways, right? You actually have a moment of that time where you replay it in your head The truth now, not a comic, not a relief. And then you go to yourself, okay. Then you still continue your job search. And then feeling useless, replying the truth will happen again. And now, after you've done that, number 12, you rebuild your self esteem. You say to yourself, hey, I'm a great person. I don't need some person to tell me I'm a bad person. No. Okay, so I didn't work out there. They could find someone better than me. All the fucking power to you. Right? So now you rebuild yourself. You're rebuilding yourself. You're putting your self esteem up, saying you're building yourself up here now. You're not down here because you already went through the 12 stages of being laid off, the grief of it. And then you sit there and you go on Indeed, say, and you type in, and then suddenly, bloop, can you have an interview? You're like, you're so happy. You're like, yeah. So you go to this interview and you sit down and they hire you right away. And then you sit there. Before you know it, a year goes by and you're like, or even say, even a month. Let's go with a month. You're like, I love this place better than the other place. I am so happy it happened. Now, the reason I say this is we don't know why. You could say to yourself, why did I get laid off? The reason you got laid off is because God heard voices what you didn't. God probably heard people talking about you, putting you down, but you didn't hear these voices, so God had to get you out of there. Whenever you think God's not behind you, He's 100% behind you. Okay? So remember, when you get laid off, it's not necessarily you're a bad worker. Just God heard voices what you never heard. God knew things what you never did. How did you not know if you stayed, you're supposed to have an accident? Some piece of steel fall on you, or a crane lets go and you die. These are reasons why you get laid off. It's not necessarily you're a bad worker. It's not in your future. It's not in the path the Lord made out for you. So you might have a tough time and stuff like that. But I can honestly say for my soul, if you actually say, Lord, help me, I'm sorry, I know I don't talk to you much, but can you help me? And He will. I honestly tell you, He will. I promise you, He will. So remember, when you get laid off, it's not necessarily you're a bad worker. You're not meant to be there. Okay? So that's how I end up with Marty in the Mystery Box. So, um, subscribe, please. Tell all your friends to subscribe. That would be so great. Like I said, I'm giving away t-shirts and cups. So I think that'd be great. I'll do like a pool of tickets and then we'll do that. And when I get my thing, like my book done, and I tell you where I'm going to be, if you want to come over and see me in person, when I'll sign the book for you, um, the book's not going to be expensive. I don't want to drain people of money, especially in this camp. So I'm just going to charge 15 bucks for the book. Like I know books are $40, $50, whatever, but I'm just going to charge 15 bucks. And I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to have a contest. So when you see me set up at the mall or someone, I'm going to buy a $100 Sears ticket for groceries, I mean. And so when you give me the $15, you're going to get a free ticket to go to see if you can win a $100 certificate, right? And so you buy the book for $15, you get the ticket to actually win $100 in groceries, and I think that'd be a good incentive. And the book is great. I hope you enjoy reading it as much as I did writing it. But, or you can just buy a ticket for $5, right? You can win $100 in groceries. But like usual, I wish you and your family all the best. And I hope what I told you tonight really goes to your heart. Nobody's a failure. Like I said, how do you fail if you don't quit? It's impossible. So I'll leave you with that. I'd love to have more subscribers at Marty and the Mystery Box at gmail.com. You take care. All the best. Cheers.